Alright, everybody, welcome back. So, I've been playing a lot of PSVR lately, and I figured, it's 2020, PSVR is still going pretty strong. Let's do a quick buyer's guide, starter's guide, kind of like, what are some good PSVR games to first get when you first get into PSVR? Because I remember the first time I played, I got the Skyrim bundle. I could not play Skyrim. It got me sick after like 10 minutes. I was done. So I was like, I need to start playing VR games that I can kind of work my way into. And that's what these are. They're fun. If you haven't played them, you should play them. But they're also not so nauseating to, they don't get you dizzy as much. One of them kind of gets me dizzy, which is weird because it's similar to some other ones. But it's not a bad, you can kind of work your way through, and as you play more and more, you get better. So it's kind of like these games are good for quick 20, 30 minute sit-downs that just really make you realize what VR is and how fun they are. So let's get into it. Now, these aren't necessarily new games, they're kind of older, but these are the ones that really got me in, every couple weeks I'd go play for a couple days, enjoy it, and kind of work my way up. Now I'm playing Skyrim, and I love it. It's great in VR. I can play for a couple hours, and I don't get sick anymore. So, it worked. I've slowly enjoyed VR, because these made me enjoy VR. If you don't have the right games for any console, any system, you're not going to enjoy it. So, it's all about getting the right games. So, let's go right off the bat. So, right off the bat, we have Tiny Track. If you remember the old games from the arcades, like Off-Road, kind of like the top-down racing where you see the whole track and you kind of drive around the track and enjoy it. That's basically what this game is. As you can see, it looks awesome. You're sitting in front of the track, and we're sitting there and we're watching as you go around, and you're driving and you're going through, and it just gives you a new sense of feeling in playing it. So it basically takes a game where it probably would be fun just playing it on the TV, but you get this, cool sense of being there and really enjoy watching your car go around the track. It's almost like being at an arcade again, where you kind of sit there and you're enjoying moving around, watching the track, or even one of those old school mechanical games where you watched the car go around the track, kind of like one of the carnivals or beach games where you're watching the horse run around and you're hoping for it to get there. That's kind of what this game feels like. It gives you a new sense of perspective. I don't know. It's fun to play, and it doesn't get you sick to your stomach to play it. So if you like racing games or you enjoyed these games in the past, play it. If you just want to experience like a different form of VR without getting sick, Tiny Track is definitely the way to go. Next on the list is another one. Now, not all these games are where you sit there and you view the perspective and watch the game play, but the next one it's Moss. This game's awesome. It's fun to play. The little mouse is cute to look at. Yeah, I said it. He's cute to look at. And it's like you're watching another world. You're sitting there and you're seeing this little mouse explore that you're controlling, and you're helping him out, and it's like you're a friend of his. They're like, oh, sorry, little guy, let's get you through. I can't say more. At least play the experience. A lot of these games do have demos, so you can go onto the PlayStation Store and try these out. But if you're first getting the PSVR, try them out. But these are the ones I think anyone's going to enjoy. At least it's a good game to get you a little bit past the step of the Tiny Track and almost into playing a little bit more movement. Okay, this one is a lot of movement, but this one gives you a really good next step. You're not walking around, but you're swaying side to side, ducking up and down, leaning forwards, standing still. This one gives you the next step of being like, I'm in VR. I'm there. I'm playing this game, and it looks amazing. I love the red and the white. Yeah, it's not like a real world, but the world you're in feels awesome. It's just fun to play. And since you got to swing your arms around, dodge, shoot, throwing stars, it's actually like being there. And this is the next step of like, wow, this is what VR is going to be like. and you don't get sick because you're not really walking around. You're just kind of standing in places, and that's it. You know what? All VR games could be like that for the next decade, and I'll enjoy it. If they just keep making the game new style of play, but you don't have to move, that's okay. Now, I do want a world to explore like Skyrim, but this is great, and this one didn't get me sick at all. This is the must-buy, I think. If you want to feel like you're in VR and you're part of another world and you're moving around and controlling the body, this is the game. Okay, so we're on Dino Frontier. This one's awesome. This one's way different because it's more of like you're playing with Legos, or you're playing make-believe with toys. You're just playing with your action figures. But this one, they do stuff. You can pick them up like little toys. It's fun. As you can see, you're just basically right now, this is the demo one. Just try out the demo. I suggest it. It's awesome. This is definitely a fun game. You play around. It's like you're playing with your toys that actually interact with you, and you can tell them to build a town, and you go out, and I mean, what more can I say other than what you're seeing? It's awesome. I would just go out and try it. If you like kind of that type of gameplay where you're controlling stuff, kind of like The Sims, but a little bit more humorous with the dinosaurs and the Old West, awesome. Okay, the last one. This one kind of gets me a little nauseous. Even now, I can play Skyrim, but sometimes this one moves around just a little too much. But if you can get over that, and I would work your way up to this one too, it's awesome. It's not so bad, but it does get you a little like, okay. But it's really fun. It's basically like a 3D platformer. You control this cute little robot. I know, I said it again, cute. It's the word of the day. He's awesome. He should be the VR spokesperson for PlayStation, and the world that he's in, the play style, it's really fun. This is probably a guaranteed buy, and all these games are pretty cheap, under $30 a piece. You know, $20, $25. So if you're just now getting a PSVR, you know, you get one with bundled with the game for about $250. For another $50, you can get an extra 2 games, and you're sitting there and you're looking pretty. If you can get a PSVR used plus a couple of these games, I think you're going to be fine. So with that said, these are kind of my picks for PlayStation VR. I would definitely go with these. There's probably other ones that are similar to it that give you the same sense. I forgot to mention one. Job Simulator. This is another one that gets you to that next step of feeling what being in a VR world is. You move around an office. You're not moving around so much. You're more in your chair, but you can turn left and right, pick things up, control it. The humor in the game's fun. The enjoyability of the game. It's not... there's not a lot to do. There's a decent amount to do, but you go through the 5 different job styles, and once you do that, you can keep playing and kind of do different things to see how the world interacts. But it's a good introduction of VR. I would definitely pick it up. It's not $20 anymore. I don't think it's $20. It's probably around $30 for the game. It's great. Look into it. This is probably the funnest one right off the bat that shows you what VR is. I would play this, see how you feel, and then play the other ones like Astrobot, Dino Frontier to get a different sense of what VR can be. Because VR doesn't have to be where you're walking around a world that might get you sick. It can be you're part of a world where you can just interact with the things around you. So yeah, Job Simulator, PSVR. I can't wait to see what they do for the next console. I hope they improve the headset and controller. Because for me, the PlayStation VR, I do have PC VR, but for me, PlayStation VR is just, I don't know. It's so much easier to pick up and play. The controllers aren't as nice. I wish they had joysticks, but it's just less of a hassle than my PC one. I'm not sure why, but whenever I go to play, I usually grab that one, throw it on, and I'm ready to go. I don't know. That's the one I like right now, so who knows what the future brings. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, or there's a game that you also think is a nice beginner game that doesn't get you too dizzy, leave it in the comments. So if I haven't played it, I can try it out. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, you know what to do. See you next time.